kilo. Okay. Now it should be working. That made 0 sense. 0? I guess it, what's it? Like reset Streamlabs audio or something. Because it wasn't set to my, microphone. Like, or the Discord one. But we definitely didn't change that.
Yeah.
If you do Streamlabs, everyone. Can hear you now? Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I have no idea why I messed up. But it's fine. Anyway, what we were contemplating, right, is the fact that my loot, right, has, like, this set. What is it? The Elpheus stuff. I don't know if the accessories matter. But I have, like, the, costume for it. I also have Celestial Master stuff. But, like, this Elpheus stuff and this Celestial Master stuff, right? You using Banana Monkey as well? What? But, I don't have an Ice Burner on my CL. And I don't know if that is an Ice Burner, but for some reason I just have that costume in my Lou. So, I just didn't know if it was, what's it? Worth, trying to represent the stats on them. Because I have to, what's it? Corrupt 3 of my pieces. But for some reason I decided to grind, what's it? Dosey for just to get cosmetic stuff, I guess. Even though it's not necessarily cosmetic, but I just got it all so that my loot would look cool. I wonder if I could actually stack all the Elpheus accessories. So what are they? I'm guessing something else counts towards it? Another accessory? What do these slots even take up? I guess the claw works, so that might work too. To count towards both of them. It's an audio and output software, lets you edit source destination sounds. No, I just literally use the basic, what's it, Streamlabs stuff. It's just for some reason, I blue screen a lot on this PC, and for some reason when I blue screen, it likes to reset things, like, sometimes it likes to reset, like, settings on L-Sword, and on, what's it, Streamlabs likes to do some wonky stuff. For whatever reason, like when you crash, like not save any of your settings, or what's it, for some reason just change your settings without you knowing. So that's pretty fun. But we're good. That hasn't happened in like a couple months, maybe even a year, because I remember it happening before and be like, oh, guess I gotta check all my settings. But that literally hasn't happened in like forever, so it's weird. Yeah. Like I said, I don't even know how I got this costume, like all the crap in my loot. Unless it was just straight up from events or something.
Yeah.
Because I haven't bought any ice burners, like either like with the Kaching or like ED or anything. So I don't know. Maybe I got lucky with an event. I don't know. I had one stream where Streamlabs said I was online, but Twitch didn't actually start it. Yeah, I've had stuff like that. The main issue that I get with Streamlabs is with my face cam. Because for some reason, it just like, it doesn't register my face cam. And so like I try to go to change the setting, and then it goes on an endless loading thing. And then it decides, okay, actually I'm just going to crash. But it's like become something I'm used to, that where if my face cam doesn't have the little red light, I know I just got to click the settings and spam like a bunch of buttons and stuff on Streamlabs until it crashes. And then I can, what's it? Reload it up and it should work, so.
Crazy.
Definitely a doozy, yeah. Yeah. Either way, I think I'm gonna try and get those, like, make Lou represent my stats so I can use those ice burnery thingies. I just don't know which one's better. Like I said, I'll probably ask you. How'd you get so rich? In terms of, like, money or items or what? So, I mean, in terms of money, I don't feel like I'm that rich. Plus, that's like, I haven't like spent my money on anything except like a couple things, like ERP page and stuff like that. Boy, just sitting on 3 bill. Oh, trust me, I have things that are worth a lot too, though, like Vine Crown, some Agate fragments. I'm gonna die. Not too many materials. a bunch of sage stones and stuff. Bunch of books. You got a whole page of costumes saying you're not rich. Most of this stuff, though, okay, to be fair, is either event stuff, like the school events, right? Or just random event stuff. The only exception is, what's it? Where is it? Fox Bandit stuff, which I got from, like, old events, like, a bunch of years ago, you know? I don't know how many exactly. And, I have this clock, which someone, like, gave to me, because they didn't use Lucille anymore, and they're like, you can have it. I just had to give them, like, a forward foot stamp. So, yeah. Like I said, I have no idea how I got the Ice Burner costumes, though. Because, like I said, I usually just, like, say, on my CL, the one I'm representing stats on, just has school outfit stuff, and, like, an event costume. But for some reason, I have blue costumes that are, like, Ice Burners, or at least, like, very quality costumes, like the Elpheus stuff, and, like, Dimension Master, which give, like, a bunch of things. Maybe this one isn't as good, but this thing is insane, like, they just give, like, a bunch of effects. That's, like, really nice. So, I think they gave us a free Celestia Elpheus from events. That's what I'm guessing, too. See, one thing I'm kind of sad about, though, is for some reason I don't know where my April Fool's costume is, like the paper characters. And so I don't know if I just, like, didn't claim it within a certain time, or what's it? I just lost it on one of my characters. Like, I just have the costume cube sitting somewhere. Or if the costume cube is limited and I just forgot to claim it or something. But I want it. Even though I probably wouldn't use it, but yeah. But I definitely want to use one of those, because usually I think the reason I claimed it on my Lu instead of my CL, because, you know, my CL has my stats, is the main reason is I like my Lu, the one that I can customize, like where I can give all my cool looking stuff, hence why I farmed for all the Dosey stuff, just so they'd have a bunch of cool accessories, right? But usually when an event costume comes out, like somewhere it's like, oh, free costume, like Noble Duelist or Hedgehog, I'm just like, oh, let me get them my Lu, because, you know, they're like the ones that I can decorate with whatever instead of having to worry about stats. But I guess they gave away those things, and I didn't know they were, like, good. So, I claimed them my Lu. So, I'm thinking I'm just going to swap it, because it'll increase my CP by a good bit. And definitely make me just more powerful. I'm also... Elpheus is a PvP set. I mean, it's probably still better than, what's it, like a school event stuff, though. In terms of, like, the set bonuses and stuff. Plus, I have also the galaxy thing, so I don't know. Yeah, 100%, yeah. So, I'll probably ask which one's better, like, in one of my, like, probably my guild server, Kiryu. And then, what's it? I'll probably corrupt the 3 accessories I need to on my Lu. So then it's, like, the 3 I need. And then just swap over accessories and stuff. Problem is that you get the all skill damage if you use commands. To be fair, though, it's like, ow. Still not that bad, you know. I use commands a good bit. Not, like, a ton, but, like, it's really easy on Lucille, too, to use commands. Because, like, especially when you're on CL, like, you're a little bit out of mana. Or Lu, you can just, like, do a combo to get a ton. Like, 50%, not bad. Yeah? Like I said, definitely better than school costumes. My kind of, like, sockets and costumes are kind of out of whack right now, though. Because I don't use, like, sage stones on these costumes just because they're not, like, ice burners, so I didn't really think it'd be worth it, right? But then on my actual armor, I looked at my stats and realized that I didn't necessarily need that much crit, right? Like 80, because I know, you know, most people try to get 80. Or like 85 for maximize and crit. So, but I know I didn't need as much, so what did I went a little lower on them? And then socket a bunch of just boss damage. But the thing is, I also realized that you can socket like EXP, which what's it? Free stats bug. Yeah. So I really want to get what's it? Either just like more crit and maxi, just to like, you know, be at 85, or what's it? I want to socket it with like growth. so that I can level up faster. Because, I mean, we're pretty, what's it? High ERP, but not, like, super high. Like, not, like, yeah. Lucille got, or buff gets 20%. Yeah, exactly. That's why I kind of lowered the amount I got. Plus, for the most part, when I'm doing actually, like, Trosh or something like that, I'm running Giant's Potion. So, it's like, crit's basically maxed out if I have my stuff up. And also, I get, like, the house buff. So, you know, I'm pretty fine, you know. That's why I went for the, boss damage. But, like I said, I think it might be more worth it, especially on Lucille, to, what's it, stack XP gain. Because, like I said, I'm using, like, my farming ERP page and, stuff, but, you know, I could still just get more XP. Because, like, even my pet, not the one I'm using now. Right now, my pet, I'm just using to try, or using in these dungeons to try to get the, 50 affinity so I can use on pet expeditions. But my other pets are socketed with, like, the EXP gain. So, that's what I've been, working on. Because all my other ones are, like, the ones I use for the thing. Like, my 4 of this, and I'm trying to get this, so they can just be my pet expeditions. So I can swap between Jay and, what's it, Mellow. Because I guess Mellow's more of, like, a raid DPS, or, like, a raid unit, you know? Pet expeditions are actually worth it. Well, the main reason that makes them worth it, at least in my opinion, is by doing expeditions, you get, like, the chests, you know? And the chests can, like, give you the things to, like, get EXP gain. Like, right now I have a 6% and a 6%, so a total of 12% just on my J. So when I'm just have J equipped, I'm gaining 12% more XP. Which is kind of nice. Plus you get, like, pet food. Like, where is it? Like, a bunch of this pet food and digestion. You get all these, like, socket things for, like, that you can put on your pets. So, I think it's worth it. Plus, then you don't have to, like, what's it? When you're doing, like, fishing, you don't have to, like, use as much, like, whole grain or, like, whatever bait you're using, you know? Plus, another thing, is you can, like, it's really not that much ED. It's, like, what, 200,000, right? Like a pet expedition. But you can also reduce it using things like, what's it? It decreases the percentage by a good bit. Plus, I think this one has some good ED costs. And then this one I have set to, like, how much stamina it costs. So, yeah. It's not that expensive. No. Here wondering why you don't have Rigamore set by now. Have the match for, like, 20 of them. It's Magic Stone. I don't have enough Magic Stone.
Magical crystal.
Well, yeah, but yeah. Anyway, I don't have enough of that because, like, I know, what's it? You want to try to re-roll sets until you at least get, like, reforged, like, 12, right? And then after that, then you keep that set and then just buy the things, you know? Because, like, when you make a new piece, you get, like, 100%. You know? But yeah. You sitting on 3 bill? We'll buy them. I will. I think right now, the reason why I haven't is just because I still am, like, just getting back into Elsword. So it's like, we don't even have, like, what's it? Like, we've been holding off on, like, raid. It's like, we haven't even gotten, like, the Rossa raid stuff. Like, say, we don't have any of, like, the Exodia pieces. You know? But we've been doing, like, raid to try to get them and stuff like that. But I felt like it seems more important to just, like, what is it? Try to stockpile my ID to try to get, like, a plus 11, what's it? Flames of Judgment weapon. You know? And, like, just try to enhance and just kind of save money for, like, the things I need before trying to go for the Rigamore gear. Even though I know the Rigamore gear is very worth it. Did you get the free Rossa weapon? Yeah. That's what I've been using my, enhance event stuff on. Is trying to get it to plus 10 or 11. Because right now I have the, plus 11 Void Weapon. But this one's only plus 9. Plus I need to use a wedge on it, but obviously that's not big of a deal. It just definitely not as good as my plus 11 Void Weapon. Okay, I don't think there's anything else we need to do in these characters, right?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, gonna swap over to the other character?
Will do.
Yeah, I really want to get the freaking raid accessories, bro, because they seem so fun to use. Like, specifically the one that I think seems fun to use is the Undying Flame, where you just, like, walk around damaging enemies. You know? It seems like such just a fun thing to do. I also, just like the other day, got my Alchemist to level 10, so we could be crafting a bunch of crap. And had transfer over some of those. I have a little bit of magic stone in this character. And yes, this is the product of getting to level 10. I also used, like, what's it, 250 mil to get it to this level. But we did it. We made it. Now I can craft all the sick monster cards, right? And I can craft warrior or fighter potions and craft the upgraded elixirs. Pretty nice. I still have yet to really take advantage of that, but, you know, I have it. And as the title suggests, I'm trying to get my Bluhen Masterclass, because our goal since getting back into, like, Elsword, because, like, being able to stream it and stuff, is to try to get all of our characters Masterclass, just for, like, the, synergy book and stuff like that. So, the only characters we have so far are obviously my Innocent, and then we got my Laby, and then my Aisha. But right now, we're trying to get Bluhen. So, we're doing pretty good. All we have to do now for the Bluhen is just the Masterclass, or Master Road. So, Minerva Pog, a man of culture. Yeah. Basically, how my characters were made is the first characters I made were like these ones over here. But that was like years ago when like Lucille first dropped and stuff. That's why they're not level 99 or even like trans, right? But when I got back into Elsword a couple years ago, the first character I made was Bluhen. And then I made Bloody Queen and Minerva. So they kind of hold a special place in my heart for those ones. You came back at a good time. They recently nerfed the Masterclass quest. Yeah. I think I did it on my, my Lucille before they nerfed it. Because I remember it taking forever and really annoying. But then, after getting it on my Aisha, I realized, wow, this Masterclass quest isn't that bad. Yeah. In fact, the next character after Bluhen I plan on getting Masterclass is either my Centurion or my Minerva. So, yeah. Okay, anyway. We gotta do some stuff on this last. But yeah, definitely some stuff. The end game, though, from what I see, is, like, kind of far away. Because, like, what's it? Perennium seems like it's very difficult. Like, obviously I have enough CP to enter most of these. Okay, maybe not most of these, but these first two. Not on this character, though. This one's kind of a scrub. But my Lucille with my damage ERP is, like, 850,000. So, okay. I also want to make, what's it? That's not what I meant to click. Did I not? Okay. I want to make, the auras, so I can, do that. What should be farming for ED? Honestly, nothing specific. I don't think we've really gone, like, ED farming. I hear the meta now is to remake characters. That's been the meta for a while, because making new characters and completing the quests, you just make tons of money. But that's not what I do, because that is boring and kind of lame in my opinion. You know? Usually what I do is, first of all, like, my ERP is like 100 EXP, 100 drop rate, and then I'm going into ED gain. But usually all I do is, like, SDs every day, heroics every day. I do Trosh for, like, the Rigor daily and stuff, and then, like I said, I've been working on Masterclass. But usually, in my opinion, the way to go is, like, DeBrian's not a bad stage, and what was the other one? I think DeBrian was the main stage, because on double drop days, I don't know if you knew this, but they also, it's double ED gain. So, like, even without any ERP in it, from, like, a DeBrian stage, you gain 1 million, you know? So it's like if you have like ERP in it, it's like you wind up gaining a ton. Plus it's like you're getting double drops, so it's like, you know, selling accessories can be nice, and selling like the powders, you know, can be nice. So, but I haven't really used like the player market in a while. Like I think the last time I used it was selling like barrier fragments and like some Elry node accessories, but I think I sold some vine crowns recently. But yeah, with the L tier changes, it's probably amazing. Yeah, honestly, like this is like the jumping event stuff, which is pretty good. Like it's like basically maxed out. But on my Innocent, I still have to get some of the things. Like I don't have like the Polarize E+2 on their set and stuff like that. And I also don't have a physical set yet, so I've been trying to build one. That's why we do like what's it? Elry node stuff still every day. It's just like trying to get some good tiers. But yeah, you honestly get good money. It's like on a double drop day doing to Brian, it's really solid because you're making like a mil, and if you actually like have like the ERP and like ED gains, like you're gaining a ton of ED, like a run, and then plus you're getting the powders to sell or craft in L tiers, and you're just getting L tiers for like gear and stuff, so it's pretty nice. So that's what I do, but I'm pretty sure there's better money making stage. Roby holding back as another mill in the bank. Oh, another bell. Yeah, I got. That's just like because that's the max you can have in the bank, so I figured mines will have it in there, you know what I'm saying? I don't think I can store any more. But yeah. I have some other characters that I literally use specifically for storing a bunch of my items. Like my Minerva and like Alesis and stuff. They just have like a bunch of items that wouldn't fit in my inventory anymore, just stored there. Like my Minerva keeps a lot of my Mystic Stones. But these are just ones I haven't transferred yet because I haven't felt like it. You should really learn about the costume market. Yeah, I know. It just once you start talking like the furniture for like the houses and the ice burners and like plus 11 amulets, then you just need so much money for it. And that's where I'm like, I don't want to waste all my money on that, right? But I also know I can make a lot of money off that stuff. So, buying and selling them for stonks, you certainly have the capital for it.
How do you get the furniture otherwise?
Well, the only time that we've gotten furniture, I think, is just from the Halloween event like 2 years ago when they first released El House, so. That, I guess. Yeah. I definitely am, I want to get back into the market and stuff, but it just, I want to get endgame first, because I know, like, the things that are going to sell more, like, the things that are endgame, you know? Like, even Vine Crowns still sell for a good amount, but, like, now, like, the Elry node accessories sell for, like, dirt, you know, dirt cheap, only, like, a couple mil. So, it's, like, I feel like I need to get jumping in on, like, trying to do Perennium and, like, the Master Road stuff, you know? But our characters aren't quite ready to be able to do a lot of this stuff, because Master Road's kind of hard, especially hack mode, or more so specifically hack mode. It can be a little challenging. And Perennium I haven't really tried yet, but I'm also just trying to like do like the Master Road weeklies for stuff to make like the accessories, because I know these things sell for a lot, and you can make them with the little marks you get. So yeah. Need like 2 mil to do them quickly. Yeah, it's tough. Because, like I said, like, my main is Innocent. Okay, what are we doing? We'll do Heroics first, whatever. Anyway. Like, my, Innocent is, like, what was it, like, 600,000? 610,000? With, like, farming ERP and, like, 850k with, like, damage ERP. But, yeah. I've been trying to get stronger. Hence why I want to, like, get the Ice Burners. As well as I want to get the plus 11 weapon. And then, obviously, working towards Rigor gear. But the main thing I'm trying to get right now is just the Exodia. The raid accessories. Because I know those are good for CP, as well as they're just very strong to have. So. That's kind of what I've been working towards. Because we started raid once they did, like, the double raid drops. Like, 2 weeks ago. Because, like, we figured we might as well take advantage of it. Because usually I hate raids in games. Because, you know, it's just annoying, like, waiting a week to get a good accessory or a good weapon or something that you need. And then you also have to queue with randoms and hope for the best every time, you know? And I still hate that in games. Like, probably my least favorite part of any MMO is forcing you to play with other players, you know? And also weeklies. I hate just not being able to grind for stuff I want, but, yeah. Either way, we basically had to start that because, you know, we were kind of falling behind, you know, like, when Raid first released, it was fine. It's like, you know, that's just like the end game, you know? It's like, it's fine, you know? But then now that there's, like, even another raid and stuff like that, it's like, we kind of just have to suck it up and do the raid. But it is what it is. And the raid's honestly not too bad. Definitely not as annoying as, like, Destiny 2 raids. Or Destiny 1 raids, I guess. They're very similar. The raids are easy, to be honest. Yeah, it's just, I have, like, the mindset of the other games that I've played with raids. Because, like, even, like, Wizards 101, it's, like, to complete, like, a raid, or, like, the dungeons or whatever, can take, like, hours. And it's, like, with Destiny, it's just, like, even finding people to play with and, like, having to communicate just took hours, and it was pain. And it's, like, I hated it so much. But, and also it's pretty easy, especially with, like, Party Finder. You don't really need communication, you know? So, low investment support, and you can do, like, 10 raids a day. See, my main thing is that I just, doing that many raids is, I can't. Like, basically I feel like the max I'd want to do in a week is like 3, you know, because it's already pain enough with, like, you know, trying to do like a raid a week. It's just like pain, and you do have to wait there a while, and you gotta hope for like a good team and stuff like that. But I'm doing it on this character and my main as right now. Gonna take you like a year to get the accessories. Well, I don't think it takes that long, you know. But yeah, okay, because I know most people only do, or at least like a majority of the people who did raid and stuff like that only do it on like one character. It's more like you just do it on extras to get extras, you know, or to get like your first accessories faster, you know. But yeah, I also don't have like a third character that's really good for raid yet. Like my Sturves doesn't meet the CP requirement, or my Bluhen, I guess, to enter raid yet. And that would be like the main other person I'd want to use in raid. But yeah, I think what I'm going to wait for before I do another character in raid is another jumping event that's like crazy, right? Like the last one was. Because I thought it was only one jumping character, but I guess it was 2. Like there was a character a week that you could do, which sucks. Because if I would have known that, I would have made 100% like a magical and a physical character and just had Elrido sets for both. But I thought it was only one character, so pain. But when the next jumping event comes out, hopefully it'll be as good as this last one was, and I'm gonna make like a catastrophe because I need a physical set, like of Elrido stuff, and if I can just get it for free, that's nice. Probably should avoid the traditional supports. A lot of them got nerfed and, well, based off CP. Oh, like Bluhen. I figured that out. That was a very depressing thing to find out, that I only heal 1%, you know? See, I think that's the reason why I main Innocent, is Innocent's like the one character out of the entire time I've played that hasn't changed, like, too much, you know? Like, Bluhen got nerfed. Minerva, literally, like, her grenades don't give her, like, the mana regen anymore. You know? It's like Lady can't queue multiple skills, or I guess a turn new winner can't queue multiple skills, right? Make Celestia easy W. I have Celestia, but I literally despise that it's a chance for the cooldown or the mana. You know, unless you get, like, the, true thing, or, like, use the hyperactive. But, like, that's such bullcrap, bro. I just want to be able to choose. Like, that's so lame. It isn't a chance. I know there's one ability that's, like, on rotation, but the one that, like, is either the cooldown or the mana is a chance unless you use the hyperactive. And that's why I have played Celestia. That pains me to no end. Also, does Celestia or Nyx have something crazy to make you not consume, like, special gauges? I think it was a mana. I see Zach Celestia guy. I don't know. I'll have to check it out. But that's the main thing that I remember being just like, why I didn't like Celestia was because like that's like his main ability that's like support, you know? And so it's like, it being a chance literally just annoyed me so much. Because like, for the most part, especially when you're just playing like solo dungeons or early on, all you want is mana, you know? And for the most part, all you want is mana, except for in Raid, where both are useful, right? But it's like, I hated just relying on a chance, you know? Use second hyper? Yeah, but that also requires me to get my second hyper active and have like 40 seconds in a dungeon, you know? To guarantee the true one. You know? But I thought that was just so lame. It's like, I have to use my hyperactive at like a specific time for it to be useful. Like, I just want the entire duration of the stage, me to be able to just pick which one I want, you know? Like, I want to be like, I just want the mana when I do it, or I just want the cooldown at the boss fight or something like that, you know? Or I don't want to have to use a hyperactive every single stage during like a boss fight. That's what I need, you know? Raid doesn't last that long normally. Yeah, but like I said, it's not just for Raid, though, you know? Like, if I were to want to use a Celestia as, like, a character, like, as an ult, I'd probably want to actually gear him and stuff as well, you know? And so it's like, I do normal dungeons and stuff, and so... Yeah, plus, like I said, that requires me to get my second hyperactive, which is already, like, pain enough, you know? But, yeah. Like I said, I'd 100% consider, like, picking up Celestia as, like, an actual, like, ult to use. If, what's it? I could just guarantee the mana. You know? You went 2 in 1. Well, I know, like, isn't the true version of it does both effects, right? That's what makes it so powerful. Right? But, like, I just want to be able to pick and choose, like, the normal effects. So, like, the true one gives you, like, 45 mana a second or something like that, while the normal gives, like, 21 or 25. Right? But it's like, that 25 mana is very useful, you know? It's like, I just want that during the entire duration of the stage, right? Like, when I have it up. Instead of, like, having to rotate it until I get that one. Because it's pretty useless in a normal stage to have cooldown reduction when you don't have mana. You know? Especially if that cooldown reduction really only affects you. You know? Especially if you want to keep that one, like, galaxy buff up, you know? Celestia isn't broken enough. His chance at 40 MP per second is the only support he can't do. Yeah, but that's just like pain, you know? Because like I said, getting the true one makes sense for it to be the hyperactive, right? Like, because the true version's way better than the normal versions, you know? Because like the true version, I think, reduces cooldown and gives you like the 45 mana, while the normal version only gives you like 20 some mana, you know, or a little bit of cooldown reduction. Like I said, I like that fact, but I feel like it just shouldn't be a chance, you know? That's what I would. You know? Because, like, it kind of sucks to, like, relying on your character to be good on a chance, you know? Or relying on the playstyle you want to play by a chance, you know? It's like, it's just annoying. You know? So like I said, if they ever change that to where it's actually like a choice, even if they nerf the effects, you know, it's like, I'd be fine with that. You know? Yeah. That's the main reason I didn't like Celestia. It was literally because that one ability was a chance, instead of just being able to, like, choose. And for other supports, I haven't really played many. Like I said, I basically have played Bluhen and this character. Those are like the only supports I've played. And then, obviously, Celestia. Thing does not want to die. But, yeah. Also, though, there's some new characters coming out. Or more so, next pads. My face when my meta support dropped from 30 physical attack to 6% while Celestia's sitting there with 30 different buffs. Metamorphy. Yeah, well, think about how bad Sturbs was hit, aka Bluhen, bro. Literally, it's like, hey, look, you know how, like, you used him as a raid ult because, like, you could heal and be a support and, like, give buffs and stuff, be, like, your entire kit be only support, right? Well, guess what? Now you can do most of those other things, except now the mana and health you give is 1%. You know? But don't worry. Every 400 KCP, you go up by another 1%. That hurt. It's the same way with Levy. Right? Best part is they did nothing for his damage. Yeah, exactly. It's the same with Levy. You know, it's like Eternity Winner, when they came out, it's like they were pretty busted, right? They still weren't like the best bosser in the game or anything. You know? It's just they were very powerful, right? But see, instead of just like nerfing the damage a bit, they just removed the fact that you could like queue 2 abilities. So now it's like, you queue an ability, just have 1. You know? It's like, it didn't make sense. And that's what made me stop playing Levy. Because like, Levy was obviously pretty good with mana management. Because like, you could just like use your attacks and get the little like bubbles. Right? And then you'd get like mana and HP. And then you could like queue 2 like clears, right? And it'd be fine. I would like to nerfs if every support got the same treatment. Yeah, I agree. You know, I just feel like the entire point of like Eternity Winner was the fact that you could queue up multiple moves, right? Like it's like, oh, I get to queue up 2 Mont Blancs or 2 Super Levy Bombs, right? It's like that's the twist on them, right? It's like their entire point was they were supposed to be the powerhouse. Like they basically bring no support to the table or anything. All they could do is damage, right? Or like clears, even though their clears weren't like super good, right? But then they're like, no, let's just make it so they only get 1. So it's just you're paying the price for the skill. So it's like, it takes away the entire uniqueness of the character. So that's why I stopped playing Eternity Winner. You know? And it's like, Bluhen's like really bad right now with like, cause like, obviously his other things are really good. But what made those things really good is the fact that you could have that healing bubble up. You know? And it's like, just get like tons of mana for your team and like heal, you know? You know? I still credit they nerfed Great Birth. Which one was Great Birth? I'm guessing it was just a skill, but if it was on if it's like a hyper or something, I definitely don't know what it is. Her second hyper. Yeah. Like I said, that's the thing that made me so sad about Levy. Like, I didn't care if they nerfed her damage, bro. Like, okay. But like, it feels so bad to now only be able to have like 1 skill queued up. You know, it's like, that was the whole cool point about her. You know, it's like, she can queue 2 skills for the price of 1? It's like a better memorized. Or at least a different version of memorized. You know, because it's still in a timer, like, you have to use it within a certain amount of time. But it's like, you know, she used to be able to kill any boss with her hyper. Yeah. It just wants it. It makes me upset, because that's, like, Levy was actually super fun. Like, I couldn't decide if I wanted to main Innocent or Levy because of that. And I also had to choose between Sturbs. That's why those 3 are my favorited. Is like, who do I play? They're all 3 so good. But then it made my decision pretty easy when they nerfed the other 2 to the ground. You know? It's like 100% at this point now. It's like Levy, while her entire job was to be a bosser, and Sturbs' entire point was to be like the best healer in the game, as well as like a really good support, right? They're like, or not like they're bad now, just less OP. Well, it's not even that they're like less OP, it's just they're not like unique. You know, they don't really have anything going for them. Like, why would you choose Levy over Centurion, for example? It's like, it's now no different, right? It's like, why would you choose Bluhen if you could just have, like, yeah, you could freeze, right? And you could, like, do, like, certain buffs, which is, like, play Celestia. It's literally just better, you know? So it sucks. Because, like I said, it's like, Levy, the only thing they had going for them was, like, their bossing. Like, being able to Q2 skills, like, that's what made them good, and they just take that away. When you Rosemane and TB better support than physical mage. See, it also what's it? That's one thing that also sucked about Minerva. It's like Minerva's entire point was the fact that she never needed to use like a mana potion, right? It's like, hey, look, queue up my grenades, unlimited mana, right? And that's what made her good. Like, she has no clears, right? Like, she literally has no clears, and she does okay damage, at least like Viper Shower, right? But the whole point is that she was able to spam crap, you know, because of having her grenades. But then, like, to take that away, it's like, what are you supposed to do? Just Blazing Bullet, and that's, like, your way of killing everything? It's like, it's so tough. You know? It's like with Sturbs, it's like, why would I play Sturbs if I have to use mana potions? You know? It's like, why would I play Bluhen? You know? It's like, that's what made her good. She does okay damage. Stop smoking that copium. Listen. Minerva's useless now. That's my point. Bluhen has a use, but he's not nearly as useful. Because if it was, he would just be the support to go to, right? And Levy, a tourney winner, is probably the least played Levy. Right?
Yeah, probably.
Exactly.
I don't think I've seen an eternity winner in like months.
Yeah, unless it was me.
Yeah, even then.
Exactly. Like I said, Minerva is just kind of really trash now. Like I said, like the entire point of her having that mana was that she could spam the skills because she couldn't clear, right? But now it's just like, just really bad. It's like that's all she has going for her, is that she's really bad. You know? And it's just like, I don't understand why you'd play Levy now over like just a better boss. Like that's why I play Centurion over Levy. Honestly, never noticed a mana issue. Well, it's like you still get mana from Blazing Bullet and stuff like that. It's just like you don't get like just the mana regen that the grenades gave, you know? And plus like she has no clears, like whatsoever. So just like, why play Minerva, you know? It's like her playstyle is kind of like not fun, you know? After it changes. Like it was fun just being like, hey look, it's a character I literally don't have to use mana potions on, you know? And I have long range gun, right? But then now it's like, hey look, it's like imagine playing a character, but this time you have no clears, right? I know, it's a great twist. She does way more damage and more consistent DPS now. I don't know if it's really, like, it was less consistent back then. More damage, yeah, because I think they just changed her grenades from instead of giving mana, they just gave damage. You know how she could reduce cooldown by 30% after emptying grenades? Yeah. Or reduce 30% from the remaining cooldown. Yeah, but again, it's like still you don't have the mana for a lot of the moves. Plus it's just like, I never noticed Minerva doing, like, obviously her, what's it? Like her Blazing Bolt's like probably the highest like combo in the game, right? Like the highest damage dealing combo, because like she's like basically like a combo damage thing. And obviously her Viper Shower is very good, you know, especially if you have that one wing thing equipped. But yeah, highest multi, yeah, it's very good, right? In that sense, it's just like I said, she doesn't have any clears. Like I think she'd be okay in like something like Raid, right? Or like something where you didn't have to clear that much. Like even like Trot, you don't have to use that many clears, you know, it's mostly just about doing damage, right? If you want to use it with Light 4, oh, I remember those good old days with PvP. Oh my. Those were the days. She sucks at Raid though. But see, that seems like where Minerva would shine, because she would do damage, you know? Floating in the air is a good way to die. Yeah! But I mean, yeah. The thing is that you can still do good damage on the ground too. And just you do more. Like say if you're just shooting on the ground, right, with like your basic combos and then jumping up to like throw out like your Viper Shower or like your pressure grenade or something like that, it's like fine. You know? Plus, if you have like the wings up, you can like go to the ground really fast too. Been far too much time, not in skill invincibility frames. Whenever you jump, you die. See, that's why I like Innocent, and that's why Innocent's my main. It's like they haven't got nerfed super hard to where they like it's changed their playstyle, right? As well as they have such good mana management and like the playstyle is just so much fun, and you also get like iframes just by spamming your skills in like the correct order, you know? So it's just like that's why Innocent's my main, right? It's just, like I said, it sucks because so many other characters that I've considered being my mains, just like, they've just gotten so much weaker, while Innocent hasn't gotten weaker. So it just, like, is almost like Innocent's getting stronger. Plus, it's like the buff now where she can, like, where Innocent can buff, like, party damage, you know? Like, magic attack and stuff like that. It's just, like, it's even more reason to, like, never touch Minerva or, what's it? Eternity Winner again, you know? I like Innocent, but I feel like pots are a negative when I end. Feels like I'm wasting so much MP because of switching. I don't remember the last time I've used a mana potion on Innocent. Besides, I guess Henire. I guess Henire would have been the last time. But like I said, if you literally just manage it right, you literally just never have to worry about mana. But see, that's what makes it so good. It's like, imagine having clears and doing good damage and also not having to worry about mana. It's like, that's what some of those characters used to be, you know? The ultimate free-to-play character. Exactly. That's why I like them so much.
What now?
Is there anything else we need to do? We did our heroics, right?
Yeah.
And then we did the 2 things there. I think we're good then. So I guess Bluhen. Try to get masterclass.
Okay.
Just get it. Transfer all the stuff. Do you PvP? Not really. PvPing always just kind of like, I like the L-Star PvP, but it's more like it just seems like a waste of time, you know. So I don't usually do it. If I did though, it was on the turn to winner or Minerva. Right? Those were the days. Yeah, like I said, there's some characters that I never will consider playing, like Richter or what's this, Mastermind or whatever. I don't know. Point is, the reason I never played those, right, is because, or more so the reason I made them is because I hated them the most, and so they're my blacksmith and alchemist, so I never use them. Kind of want a PvP without gears and like casual. I haven't played like PvP in like forever. You know, if I did, I would literally just run at you with my my Levy and just click the Z key and then hope my orbs lock onto you. That'd basically be the shtick, you know? Or I just do the classic Minerva combo of smack, 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 you know?
I think we all know what I do in PvP.
One shot.
From Rena to add to Rage Arts. They're just spam X.
See, that's also another reason why I've been doing the Masterclass thing, trying to get all my characters Masterclass, is so I can legitimately try them all out again. You know? Like, see how they are now, and see how they compare to, like, each other. You know? Because it's obviously hard to get a good comparison of how good, like, something like my Labia is compared to my Innocent, when my Innocent has such better gear. But comparing to my, like, my Minerva to my Labia, and to my Aisha, and stuff like that, like, it's like a good mix, right? But I don't know. They just don't seem that strong. Okay. Any new person to PvP just gets bodied by all the Violet Reforged 21 plus 11 people with plus 13 birth. There's birth of weapons? Why have I not heard of this?
Good question.
The Vestige of Soul. Or is it the Weapon of Requiem? I didn't know there was a birth weapon. Interesting. Sounds like something I'm not going to get, though, forever. Because I need the frick tons. I need to, like, triple my CP to even enter. So, I think I'll stick with attempting to get my one weapon up. Okay, also dinner's done. So what do we want to do? Because it's going to take a bit of time to, I don't know. It wouldn't take that long, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's just blitz in, then we'll get dinner. And then,
Especially since I already popped my giant potion.
Okay. Once upon a time, I got rank SS with a 30 or level 35 Shelling Guardian with sparring gear. Those times were long gone. See, I just feel like they should limit PvP to like either just no gear, you know? I think that's how it should be. Instead of like sparring gear or anything like that, it should literally just be no gear. You know what I mean? At max level, at time was 75 or 70. Yeah, that's when I made my Dreadlord and my Lord Knight. Was when max level was 70. And like, I don't even think trans existed. Okay. I am hungry though, so we should hurry this up. We have to do 10 and then 5.
Covered in cat hair. This cat came back into my room.
Honest, make normal PvP the competitive version and add a new one for everyone else. That's what I'm saying. They should just have like no gear PvP, which is like the regular PvP, and then it's like a different set for, like, gear. You know what I mean? I think that's how it should be, you know? Because that way it's like people can still be rewarded for making really good gear and stuff like that. But then it's like, there's also one that's just no gear, so it's like more skill-based, you know?
I'm bold of him. To assume he would spell my ace in the hole.
Man, 4 mana a tick! Look at that! Oh, baby! Man. That's so strong.
Man, 5,000 health.
No gear has no arena rank reward just for fun. PvP would be way more popular. Yeah. I agree. I think that what ruins PvP and what's ruined PvP, right, is the fact that it's just all about gear. Which is flat. You know, to be fair, I do like the fact that they made like Bluhen, like the fact that he needs like, you know, CP for better heals, but I don't think they should have done it so bad. Right? You guys too strong. This is just normal mode though. So if this was what's it? Heck mode, we'd be talking a different tune.
If I start my ace in the hole while I'm awakened, then I become unawakened during it. You think it'll still have the effect?
He's like for that. You can still drop accessory normal? Yeah. See, and plus this is just on my Bluhen with like 300 CP. Not 300, 300k. Well, my innocent has a ton more. Like, if we were doing this on those, crazy speed times.
Going.
This one's a little bit slower. But it's fun. Really thought these enemies were stronger? Yeah, they're not that tanky. But also, to be fair, Grand Archer's Ace in the Hole is like the most busted thing, as well as you mix that with like a Wind Orb and the Stigma stuff, like remaining Stigma.
Oh yeah, I haven't been using my Wind Orbs.
Tubby. Freeze! See, I think Bluhen would still be good in raid if there was like, obviously he's still good in raid, but I mean if there was someone who was also providing mana, like a Celestia, you know? Or if I had 7 million CP so I could actually get mana. Remember struggling a lot when I did them back with 300k a few years back. Yeah. I remember being a little bit of an issue, but what's it? With having Rena here, it's kind of easy as frick. Goes by very quickly. My music stopped. Moonlight Shadow. Boom, 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 boom. See, just like after playing Bluhen, it's like I want to play more. It's just literally the thing that ruins him is the fact that I only heal 1%, bro. You know? Like, that's so sad. You know? Like, I think it should just be an easier ratio. Like, maybe every 100 KCP. You know? Or 200k or something like that. I don't know. It's like, the thing is, I feel like 100k is even fine. You know, like, it goes up to a total of 15%, right? And then it's like, once you're like a mil, right? Or like a mil 500,000, you should just have the maxed out upgrade, right? I feel like that's pretty fair, right?
Yeah.
But like, 400 KCP. That means even at my innocent CP, with my damage ERP page, I'd be healing 3%. That's like so defeating. See, that's one thing I don't understand, right? It's like they almost designed the game for whales, right? It's like they basically were like, "Ooh, let's design the game around this support only being usable once you're cracked at 400,000 million CP." You know? Instead of being like, maybe if they whale, they should just be OP, right? And then, like, anyone else who's just trying to play the game, right? Can, like, you know, don't bite the hand that feeds you. It's true. I just feel like, you know, it's like, if I were a whale, right? Theoretically speaking, of course, right? I feel like what I would want, personally, right, is just like, if I whaled in the game to, like, get crazy ice burns and just buy plus 11 amulets and all that jazz, right? Then I'd be fine. Everyone else can get... Yeah. Well, see, the thing is, right? Okay, I think that was also the 10, but we need to do 5 more. Still. What's it? It's just, like... Doesn't that seem absurdly high? Like I said, like... At 1 million CP, right? Like, say you're 1 million CP on Bluhen, you'd still be only healing 3%. Like, isn't that crazy? Like, that seems so low. You know? You gonna accept it, dude?
I did.
But, I don't know. It just seems weird. It's like, how do they, like, continue to have, like, a nerf on Bluhen like this, right? But then they buff Innocent, right? It doesn't make sense to me. But see, if they just have, like, a special place in their heart for Innocent, it's like, I don't mind. It's like, Innocent's my main, right? But it's like, I still want to be able to play other characters. And, like, when I make a new character, actually being like, wow, I'd consider that being my main. I really enjoy their playstyle and playing them, you know? To be fair, I don't know what I'm going to do if they nerf Innocent. You know? Probably die, honestly. I don't know what else there would be to do. These guys literally slowed us down so much. Like, I actually don't. 44 seconds? Oh my god. They know they know we carried them, Jared. Look at that. They're waiting there. They're waiting for
I
us to
mean,
start
yeah, I got like 20 times their damage.
I can't keep my buffs up though, or like do good things when they move it the way they do.
I probably could speed things up.
Don't worry, guys. Get in my bow and you'll heal 4 mana.
What are they doing to this guy?
Crippling us, I think is what they're doing.
It's like he's frozen, but they're somehow making him invincible.
I know, they're just like... their presence hurts us.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, which it does, to be fair. Because we get less of a buff. We're all used to their crazy buffs as the norm. I don't know though, it's just like 3% is like nothing, or like even like definitely 1%. It's like, it's kind of like what you said, like it just seems like all of them should get like the same treatment. Like why does Celestia just get to heal more, you know? It's like Bluhen's entire point is to be a support, right? It's like Celestia can clear, can do okay bossing, right? And has that support, and can even guarantee something that reduces cooldown and gives more mana, right? It's like, why did they say please?
I don't know.
I don't know what the please was for. I'm very confused.
Maybe the please stop carrying me so hard.
Maybe they're getting mad at the other person for doing something.
6 moat times.
6 more? Absolutely not.
How many more do you still need?
1 more. I got pizza to eat, okay? I'm sorry, pizza takes precedence. But it's kind of unfair for everyone else. Before, if you wanted main a non-OP support, you had to invest like 10k to effort to be able to do raids consistently, while Bluhen just had to exist. Yeah, but things that Bluhen's also just a support character, and like anyone could also make it to be a support character. You know what I mean? But like, see, like it's just like a situation where you're just making a character better than another one. You know? It's like, yeah, you can't really get mad at Centurion for doing most damage because that's his entire character is like damage. You know what I mean?
Damage incarnate.
Exactly. So it's like, I don't really find it unfair to like say a Centurion does more bossing than me or does more even clearing damage than me. Like, I don't find that unfair, right? And it's like MP is very overpowered, right? Centurion is an exception. I understand. I'm out. Nifter and Eckling was you know what? Technically they don't even know we're together. No, actually, yeah, it should be fine, because I don't need your stamina. Yo, look at him, looking fresh. He's OP at everything, clearing check, bossing check, support check. Yeah, and like I said, I don't find that unfair, personally. I think that most games should have things like that. Like a character that, like say if you're getting into the game, right, and you're like, I want to play a support, you should be able to have a character that's just OP as support if that's what you want, right? And it's like, if you want to be a good bosser, and like, you know, if you want Centurion just as an overpowered character, then just play the overpowered character, right? It's like, I think those things should exist. Not in, like, a competitive situation, right? Like, say, in a competitive game with them, but say, for PvE, it's like, I feel like there should just be more busted characters, you know? Because then it's just, like, playing the game on an easier difficulty, if you have, like, less time. The game is competitive, though, but see, not necessarily. Like, if the raid and stuff was all Centurions, because Centurion was the only one that could get there, right? It's like, that doesn't, like, be like, oh, I hate Centurion because he's able to do endgame stuff. You know, it's like, that's just Centurion. You know? Like, that would just be how it is, right? Like, you'd expect that. But it's like, you'd always have a carry, like, in a Centurion. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. It's kind of like with Bluhen. It's like, he could just be the person that's, like, the perfect one, you know? All these characters are used in PvP and have to compete for raid slots. But see, the thing is that, in PvP, it's like, you can change stats around. You know? It's like, even for, like, damage and stuff, like, you can straight up change the amounts and all that. So it's like, it's fair there, right? And when it comes to, like, raid slots, like, the thing is, though, is that it's like, you would in no way need, like, that many OP characters. It wouldn't even make it go faster at that point, you know? And plus, you'd still want to support, you know? I don't know. In my opinion, I don't think it's that bad just having OP characters in, like, PvE games. Just because it makes it easier for people, you know? But to be fair, I also don't mind balancing, right? And it feels very unbalanced for Bluhen to be treated in the way he is, right? Because like I said, like, it's fine that he doesn't heal crazy amounts, right? That's fine, right? I'm not expecting him to heal as much as even Celestia, right? But 1%, right? And then 3% at 1 million CP, right? It's like, that just seems so low. You know what I mean? Like, if they made it, like, base, it's 5%, and then each 400k, it goes up by 1%, it's like, okay, right? But it's like, it's just so low that it's almost like not even worth using his bubble, you know? When you could just do any of his other things, right? It just seems almost like a waste of mana, you know? It doesn't really help. I don't know. It's just weird because, like, instead of, like, changing something that they think's OP, it's just they nerf it to the ground and make it super useless. I get what you're saying, but people don't pick just because the character's OP or good at something. Character design and preference, like 70% of it. Feels really bad when your favorite character just sucks. Oh, trust me, I know. Seeing as, I liked Bluhen, right? Mostly because I heard that he had, like, really good support and I wanted to play a support role in the game, right? But then they took away, like, the main thing that was, like, good for, like, health and stuff. So just, that's why it sucks, you know? It's like, same as, like, a turn to win it, right? It's like, the cool part was that they were able to queue abilities up, you know? And stuff like that, and so it's like, so wouldn't feel so bad if the other characters weren't so objectively better. Yeah, but see, I hate that too, though, because the fact is, like I even said, it's like, Innocent's my main, not just because of their playstyle, even though I really enjoy their playstyle, and obviously the character design, but the thing is that I do find it kind of unfair that it seems like this character is just treated better than the other ones, you know? Like, I haven't got, like, insanely nerfed, or even, like, really nerfed on this character, yet, like, Bluhen, Laby, even Minerva and stuff, it's just like they don't compare, like, at all in, like, any way compared to my Innocent. You know, like Innocent literally has better clears, more damage, better management, and just like, you know. Yeah, playing field. Yeah, I agree. Cause like, I want them to be more balanced, where it's like it is more of a preference of like, you know, they have that Innocent good at everything and amazing career well. Yeah, exactly. That's why I like them, right? But see, the thing is, like, it doesn't mean I don't like other characters' playstyles. Like, I still like playing Levy, and I still like playing Bluhen, right? And even, like, Minerva and stuff. It's just the thing is that it takes away a lot of the things that made them fun. Like, I like the fact that on Minerva I didn't have to worry about mana. And, like, the fact on Levy, it's like I could just, like, have the 2 skills queued up. So it's like, for bossing, I could use, like, 2 Mont Blanks, and it was like, you know, or like for clearing it was like 2 super lave bombs, you know, and also just having to like worry about like the other things. But now it's like then I have to worry about mana pots more. And it's like with Bluefin, the fun part was that just using like the yellow heal aura, it's like it was fun because like basically paid for the skill, you know, and it just led into a bunch of things because like you didn't do damage, but you could use a lot of abilities and help out your team, you know. So it felt good. Go try Code Essentia. I do plan on trying it because that's like the summoner path, right? That's like Summoner Eve. Or is that the, like, Laser Eve? Yeah, the Summoner Eve. Yeah. She's super satisfying and has innocent level mana efficiency. That's what I've heard. That's why I've been wanting to try them. I'm just scared that they're not going to be, like, powerful or useful. You know? That's what I'm scared of. Because I made this one. Huh? Yeah, I know. The second one, yeah. See, because the thing is, when I made this one, it was very fun to play, but it's like they just don't do enough damage, like energy needles and stuff like that. But yeah, I definitely want to make Code Essentia. This is one of the main characters I'm looking forward to playing most. Because I hear they're really good. Not much of a burst character. Or very much not a burst character. Gotcha. They're just, these ones are just fun to play though. Because if you do have high CP and like you wail, then it's like you can kill stuff. But see, as you've probably heard from all my arguments, that my favorite thing on a character, right, besides obviously good damage and good playstyle and all that, is literally mana management. Because to me, it adds such a whole new palette of not using just mana pots to release skills, you know? Because to me, it just feels lame, just a button. With this, like, on, like, Innocent, it's, like, all about managing what skills you're using and when you're using them, you know, to, like, not use mana pots, just so then it's, like, you have to use your mana, like, the way you use it, right? And, like, play smart, right? Instead of just mashing buttons, right? And see, that's why I liked Bluhen, because it was like, keep up your mana bubble and just use what you can, but you also have to know when to use certain abilities so you're not out of mana, right? And it's like, that's the same way with Levy, because with being able to queue multiple skills, it's like you had to get enough mana to queue the skill, but then also pay attention to the time you have on the skills, and also, like, trying to use your combos to get, like, the mana you need back, because, like, little orbs and stuff, and then same with Minerva, obviously having mana, right? To be honest, you just do... or just get eroding energy, suddenly every character has instant level energy efficiency. Yeah, that's what I've kind of noticed from playing Alesis. It's because she's really powerful, but I'm like, you know what? It would be easy as frick if you just have eroding energy, because it basically just pays for a skill substage, you know? Which a lot of times is what you need. I use Serial as farming character with unique eroding, never use pots besides HP in her. Yeah. It's definitely nice, and I definitely want to do that, but see, eroding wouldn't be that good on Bloody Queen. Yeah, but the thing is that it's still helpful, though. You know, it doesn't hurt to have. Like, it's definitely beneficial to have. You know? So, because, like, sometimes you just need to throw a destruction move to, like, lower your health, or just, like, swap gauges, you know? So it's like, just having that for free is kind of nice. So, yeah. Now, see, eroding energy on, like, my Aisha would also be very useless, because with Dark Web and just being in Awakened, giving her more mana and stuff like that, you know? But, I don't know. It just, to me, it's like, it takes away from their playstyle, you know? But, I don't know. She never takes advantage of the passive MP gain, because constantly uses Brutal Cutter to keep her buff up. Yeah, we don't have to constantly use it. You know, because you can even keep track of, like, the timers and stuff like that to not use as much, or, like, just, like, at the beginning of a substage or at the end of one, you know, so, like, you still have time when you're, like, running to the exit, you know, but, yeah, I get what you're saying, though, but, yeah, I don't know, I guess, honestly, a lot of characters wouldn't be that bad with eroding energy, you know? Like, say, Levy would be, honestly, very solid with it. Same with Bluhen, because you would just get the mana at the end of things, you know? So, I guess it makes sense. Real meta is a down. I've said that for so long, right? The first thing I thought of when eroding energy existed, right? And stuff like that is Indomitable Will. Imagine. Like, you know how you already drain your health on Bloody Queen, but imagine eroding energy without Illupine's aura. It just constantly drains your health, right? And then you have 100% crit. You know? And, like, all that stuff. It's, like, it's so good. You know? Because, like, eroding energy literally plays into, like, Bloody Queen and, like, the Nova Imperator so well because it damages you while giving you mana. Really want to make a BQ with a proper set, or a proper pet? Yeah. I can agree with you there. It's just, like I said, it's like, BQ's honestly a very solid unit. It's just, honestly, I'm going to hit you with another fact, right? She'd constantly get pet or up. True. It also seems like, basically, for a character, to make any character viable, right? Right, but the investment, though, my wallet. Anyway, it seems like the most important things on a character to make them good, right? And, like, to really main them. Eroding energy and a second ERP page. Because if you have a farming and a damage ERP page, everything becomes so much easier. Because, like, Henire and Raid, just DPS page. And you're actually useful. And you can kill or clear Henire very easily to get eroding energy and stuff, right? But see, without that, you have to only be DPS, which then you don't want to use them because you can't use it with farming. Or you just go farming and then you can't do enough damage to get eroding energy from a Henire. You know, it's like... So, the only character I have my ERP page on, or second one, is Innocent. So it's like... You know, if I were to want to get one of these really up, I'd have to get ERP pages, you know, to have a damage ERP page. Because for the most part, I put all my characters on, like, farming. But yeah. You know you can get a free one, but it's only one free one, because it's like a one-time quest. I know, dude, I know. Yeah. Still save one bill. Yeah, for sure. And just like I said, it would be so much nicer if, they just add the second ERP page to characters. But yeah, that's why the main reason, the only character that I think I'm going to pump a ton of effort into is literally just going to be my Innocent. And if they decide to keep changing the game, which, you know, that's what they do, you know, and make it easier and more quality of life, then I'll main other characters, you know, or have them as ults, right? But as of right now, I'll definitely make other characters and try them out, you know, like get Masterclass, but I'm probably not going to main another character besides Innocent until they add a second ERP page or make them a lot cheaper, you know? Because if they do that, 100%, I'd be playing other characters. Because like I said, if I could get eroding energy and have 2 ERP pages on like my Lady, they would actually be very solid. Same as like Centurion or Bloody Queen. I would actually use them a lot. But it's like, with them, I just have to put so much money just to make them okay ults, when I could just not have ults and it would be fine. Really wonder if they're going to continue making the 4th paths so objectively better than the old classes. See, that's what I said. It's like, it seems like, man, wouldn't it be weird if they just made better classes? But see, this is my point, right? They have to, at first, right? The thing is that there'd be no reason to play a new Eve class if it wasn't objectively better, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, at first, when they release a new job class or a new character, it has to be stronger. There's literally no way it can't be, or else people aren't going to play it, right? Because it doesn't make it interesting. Like, how would you like to play Innocent? Or more so Lucille, but guess what? It's worse in every other way, but it's different, right? It's like, no, you got to make it better in at least one way, you know, like either the highest damage, or the highest mana efficiency, or the highest defense, or the most big skills, you know? Yeah, that's why what I'm thinking they're going to do is they're going to, you know, make all the 4th jobs, and then they're going to do another rework to, like, fix a lot of things, you know? Like, reworks on characters, like, revamp. You know, just to balance it out more, you know? Because, like, there's so many classes that are just old because of it, and with making a new path for everything, they're going to have to balance it out. So, that's what I'm imagining is going to happen. You know, so once they, after they get all the 4th paths out, they're going to do a revamp of all the characters. Not, like, to completely change them or anything, but just add things to make it more balanced, you know? Like, to make Awakening OP for everyone, for example, you know? We're saying only applies if they want to make crazy money. The character design says playstyle alone will get people to play. Also, new character height. Yeah, I agree, but the thing is that nothing will draw your attention more to a new character than if you know certain attributes of it. Like, say, what hypes me up for the Eve is how massive the clears are and how cool they look, right? So it's like, that's what's pushing me to play them, right? You know? Also draw your wallet, lol. But see, like, if Lucille comes out, it's like, yeah, I'd play Lucille, but, like, other people wouldn't, right? Because, like, if it's a Lucille that doesn't have better clears, or is, like, known for higher damage, or something like that, it's like, people aren't really gonna give it a try, you know? See, Eve looks really cool because they have a super cool design, all their skills look super cool, as well as they have massive hitboxes, it seems, and really good damage. So it's just like, that's what makes you hype to play, you know? But like I said, that's why after all the 4th jobs are come out, they're going to do a revamp, like 100%, or at least buff every other class, you know, to like even it out. Because like I said, it's just like, that's kind of how making a new character works, you know? Because they have to draw your attention, you know? By doing something crazy, you know? But, yeah. Well, you'd think that would happen. I don't know, Elsword's usually pretty good about things from what I've known. Like, better than a lot of other dev teams that I've played games with. You know? It's like, they don't make all the right decisions, and it's definitely more on a get money basis. But the thing is, they have made it even easier for, like, free-to-play players. And just, like, overall quality of life changes and new updates, I really enjoy it. But, compared to, like I said, a lot of other games that I've played, the developers are so bad about things that it's like, Elsword literally seems like the game that I've played that has the best developers. And, like, they make the best choices. Recently, the last 1 to 2 years, they've done amazing. I love the fact that the game gets updated every 2 weeks, and they're constantly pumping out new things, as well as, like, balance changes, and even just, like, quality of life things. It's like, I enjoy that so much. It's like, you know, I don't care if they even add a bunch of new stuff, just quality of life in general just so helpful, like making things stack higher, or, you know, more inventory space, or a second ERP page, for example. It's like, it's literally just better, you know? It just helps everyone out, and so it's great. Or, like, making L tiers more accessible, stuff like that. So, yeah. Anyway, though, Lord Menu, or I'm guessing Menu, however that's how it's spelled, I am gonna eat dinner, and, hop off for the day, and play, some other game. I'm thinking the Deltarune Chapter 2 came out, like, 20 minutes ago, so I might play that, as well as I might play some Spore. So, yeah. Many of us have been here for 7+ years, and still got, battered wife syndrome. Like I said, I started Elsword when Eve first released, and then took a break for a while until, like, Lucille was released, and then took a break for a while until Ain was released, and then since Ain's been released, we've been into it. So, yeah. But anyway, like I said, I'm hungry, very hungry, and it's getting later, and a very tiny spider. But yeah. Yeah, I will see you, hopefully tomorrow or sometime later. It was very nice talking to you. It made it a lot more enjoyable of a stream having some peeps to talk to, so, yeah. But anyway, I will catch you guys.